this sequel version.
This review is gonna be it's gonna be Dantes Ridge, Death Valley, California.
It's located in the southeastern part of California, and it's about 3.5 hours out of Las Vegas.
Yes, Death Valley is one of the largest parks in the continental United States. Accessibility.
Well,
there's only one road to get there, and you can't really miss it. You drive the road to Dantes Peak, and you park in the parking lot.
Dantes View.
It was Dantes View, Dantes Peak.
Dantes View.
Dantes Ridge.
Dantes Peak was a movie.
Oh God.
Anyway, but it's a paved road, so it's not a dirt road like other places in the park.
Right.
Like Titus Canyon was like dirt. But this one is paved, so you can go up. But there's a part where you have to, if you have a trailer, you have to park it lower down and then walk up, or get a, what you call that, hitchhike.
Yeah, you're gonna have to hitch to the top. But
no, it's not that far. It's not that far.
Okay, fees for entrance. $20.
$20, I think.
Unless you have the National Park Pass, which costs $80.
Okay, level of difficulty and elevation.
This was an easy hike. I don't believe that it was actually difficult, even though it sounds difficult. National Park actually does not give the total elevation gain, but I'm estimating it around 1,500 feet. If you decide to go further, it might be a little bit more, depending on how far you want to go on the ridge.
It's less than 1,500 feet?
I think it's more if you go the distance, which is about a 4.5 mile hike.
4 miles. Yeah, okay.
Out and back.
It's 4 miles to, I think it's Mount Percy?
Mount Perry.
Mount Perry.
Yes, it's Mount Perry.
Mount Perry. But it's 4 miles to that after the first summit. The first summit is half a mile.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay, ideal time of season.
End season.
I would say going into Death Valley in the summertime is death.
Death, definitely.
Don't go in the summertime.
Unless you really like it hot.
This is a late fall, winter, or even spring hike.
It's a spring hike too, yeah.
Because
we went in springtime.
Yeah, the good news about this hike is, even though you're in Death Valley, that it was actually cold.
No, well, actually it's a good hike for summer then, because it was kind of cool. It was chilly. It was cold. It was cold. Don't
go to Death Valley proper in the basin in the summertime. But I guess this hike right here, you might cool off a little on the hike.
Yeah, because when we went, we were freezing, and it was April.
Yes.
Early April.
It was cold. That was because of the wind, and there was snow actually still on the tops of the mountain ranges surrounding Death Valley. The scenery.
Nice.
By far, my favorite part of the park.
They said it's like one of the greatest topographical reliefs.
If you take a look at Telescope Mountain on the other side of Dantes Ridge, it's one of the mountains actually is called Telescope Peak, and it has the greatest elevation gain anywhere in the continental United States. So I guess it goes from the basin of the valley and it goes right to the top.
But the scenery, it's like you have the salt flats spread out below and stretching for like this
you got
infinity. It looks like
great view of the basin of the salt
flats
very
off
in the distance. That's exactly. It felt like you were
surreal.
Yeah, it was a surreal feeling
because it looks so alien from on top there, where you see the entire thing spread out, and then the mountain ridges, bare, rugged, and really pretty. Because on the other side, away from the salt basin, you have this. You swear you're not in America.
Okay, wilderness factor.
Very extreme.
Yeah, even though you knew you were in a national park and there were roads below you, you didn't get any sense of feeling of being in
civilization.
Yeah, no cell phone service here.
Far, far away from any civilization.
This was once you get over the first ridge, and you lose sight of the parking lot, you felt like you were out there. And
it was desolate. It was one of the most desolate hikes we've ever been on.
It was, even though we were only a mile and a half, maybe 2 miles out, it was really desolate, but spectacular. Don't get frightened by that whole thing. Go for it.
Wildlife, there was none that we could see.
Yeah, you're not going to see any in terms of major animals on this particular hike. The wildlife...
Well, maybe not at the times that we went, because we went in the morning. Maybe they come out at night because it's a desert, so...
Possible, but Death Valley, I know, doesn't have a terrible amount of wildlife.
They have wildlife.
Snakes?
They have wildlife.
Insects?
Coyotes, remember?
Yeah, coyotes.
Okay.
We did encounter coyotes, but that was in the basin. So maybe you're...
It's still Death Valley.
Runabout coyote.
Okay.
Trail conditions and terrain. The trail was actually very well kept.
Yeah.
You're not going to see a lot of water erosion here because there's no water. So the trail itself it's straightforward, and the condition of the trail was excellent, I would say.
Yeah, the terrain was rocky, but it was pretty easy because I think a lot of people use it, so pretty well maintained. People on the trail, we saw a lot of people, well, not a lot. We saw a few people in the parking lot, but as soon as you start walking up on the trail,
we were the only ones.
Yeah. Facilities
and eats.
There was a
yes,
toilet.
They're actually just before you come up
Yeah.
to the mountain itself. There is a portable.
No, it's not. It's not portable.
Oh, it's a flush and.
It's a latrine.
Let go and.
A very well kept latrine.
Place
Smelly.
to go to the bathroom. Okay, you don't have to go in the bush on this particular, just before you hike out.
There is no bushes to go in anyway.
Rocks? Cliff?
Eats. No eats.
Nothing here.
Bring your own.
Yeah, you're packing in, you're packing out.
It's Death Valley.
Bring water, lots of water. Even if it's a small hike, always bring a sufficient amount of water. You never know. Distance was...
And time.
I'll let you take care of this one.
I don't know. We did not hike the entire 4.5 miles, but probably like a mile and a half. Maybe.
Yeah, we probably total did 3 miles ourselves, but you could make this into an 8-mile hike total.
We did less than that.
She was too busy taking pictures, and it took us over 3.5 hours on the entire hike. So
yeah,
I say
it was pretty. I wanted to stop and smell the roses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lots of pictures, but you could make this into an 8-mile hike. So depending on what you want to do, it's an out and back trail.
Yeah.
So time, I mean, it's all subjective here. You make it whatever. Phobias on the trail. Heights.
Heights, yeah.
I don't think you're going to see any snakes up here. It's just too cold. They're going to stay down below.
The only thing you come across is heights, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, this is nothing compared to other hikes we've been on. So, I mean, that would be the only thing you really would
have to worry
think about. But that's really minimum.
Yeah.
I would say a mild height factor here.
So in conclusion, this is a really nice little hike if you want to see a really spectacular view and you don't have time and you have like kids or something but you want them to see something.
Kids would love this hike.
I mean, just being in the parking lot is pretty enough, and that's where a lot of people apparently stayed.
Go to the top of the mountain.
Go at least to the first summit, which is 1/2 mile, and you will be blown away. If not by the view, by the wind, because it was really bad.
Very bad.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt and Kim, I hike around.
Hike around Dantes
Ridge.